Well, it's great to see everybody here, and I appreciate you coming to Friday's Heroes and Employee of the Week. We have the opportunity to honor and recognize some of the excellent work that's done in our community. With Friday's Heroes, typically, Mayor Berry has started this program. We try to honor first responders. Typically, they're firefighters and police officers and employees of the city of Albuquerque, but every now and then, we have a story that's virtually, so compelling that we can't help but tell it. And this is one of those stories. Today, myself, Rob Perry, I'm standing in for the mayor. I'm the chief administrative officer for the city of Albuquerque. Mayor was called away, and he apologized, sends his regrets and his congratulations and thanks to the folks involved, but he's not going to be able to be with us this morning. And today I'm honored on his behalf to recognize Albuquerque Ambulance Service, their first responders who jumped into action to save the life of one of our favorites here, Officer Ray Loomis, and his wife is with us, Lori, as well as Chief Eden. And basically back on February 3rd, Officer Loomis was off duty and he was driving his motorcycle on the interstate. And he became the victim of a hit and run that really rendered him very seriously injured and unconscious, laying in the middle of an interstate highway, a very busy one at the time, I may add. And as he was struck from his behind, the driver of the vehicle just sped off. It didn't stop and render aid. But, the story starts basically with our friends from Albuquerque Ambulance and the paramedics and ambulance drivers who, as they all say, are trained observers. They were nearby, they were close, they actually witnessed this happen. And we have paramedic Jennifer Higgins, Miranda Riggle, paramedic Raquel Winnecamp, and EMT Leslie Krug that were very close to the situation. Well, without being dispatched or any delay in very extreme traffic, they were able to navigate into the area and get to Ray, who was very seriously injured. They recognized the severity of the head injury that was involved and, basically provided the life support that was necessary to do what we call a scoop and run, which is pick them up and get them to the hospital. Yeah. It's not a very pretty term. When you're in that situation, usually you're trying to preserve life. Albuquerque Fire Department was called, Albuquerque Police Department was called, but Ray was already in the ambulance being transported, receiving immediate, serious medical clinical care, emergency clinical care. And we're real lucky that we have these folks in our community. You see the blue and the white trucks all the time in the ambulance, and you wonder who might be in the back. And when it's someone like Ray Loomis that has been around law enforcement in the city of Albuquerque, and he himself is a great guy that's helped so many people, and so many people respect Ray over the years. When I heard about it, and I know Gordon was personally close with Ray, we were all taken a little bit back that afternoon. And you wonder about, that. But there's people that we have in the community that step up. And if you're a firefighter or a police officer, it's just amazing because you see the world so differently than everybody else. Everybody else might be driving home, just worrying about if their kids are at home or the homework's going to get done. It seemed like the trained observer of first responders, they notice things. And it becomes an intuitive response where you don't even think, you just act. And that's what this was about. And it probably had a very positive effect on Ray's outcome and and the situation. So, Ray, our prayers go out to you and to Lori and your family. And we're so happy that things have ended haven't ended, but they've gone in a positive direction. And our thanks and respect go out to Albuquerque Ambulance and goes out to Jennifer and Miranda and Raquel and Leslie. So thanks to the hardworking men and women of the Albuquerque Ambulance Service for coming to Ray's aid and helping one of our own. And with that, I'm going to bring up Kurt Krumperman from the Executive Director of Albuquerque Ambulance Service to say a few words. Kurt, come on up if you could.
Well, you said it all, to be honest. So just a couple of things. I want to thank the city of Albuquerque to recognize our folks who do such a wonderful job. we usually are up here with police and fire by our sides because we work as a team and all the accident and medical problems that we address. But in this case, our guys were just right on top of it and recognized that, like you said, they had a sense that there was an accident, saw what happened, and just did an amazing job to get you from your accident to the hospital within 15 minutes is amazing, and that really does make a difference. And they did it in rush hour conditions. This is not easy to do. Jumping medians and helping out. Rachel jumped.
Thank you.
Put on her Superwoman thing, but really did an excellent job, and we're so glad it's turned out the way it has. One thing I would want to say about these 4 women is you guys are wonderful role models for young women in our community.
Let's give that a hand.
I want to thank you for that, and thank you for what you do, and we have little commendations for you as well, so I'll hand those out right now.
And I have something I'd like to give you on behalf of the mayor as well, which is our special City of Albuquerque Friday's Heroes coin. And it's just a small token of our appreciation. Absolutely. Thanks, Jennifer. Miranda, thanks. Leslie, thank you. And thank you so much, Rachel. I'm sorry, I mispronounced your name as Raquel. Chief, would you like to say some words?
Sneak in behind you. You know, every day we have heroes, and in our community, they don't wear capes. In our community, it's people like this that, man, I don't know how to thank you. You saw him, we saw him. It's a miracle that he's here. But the care that he got from you guys sustained him until he got to UNM. And thank you.
Thank you.
And Lori, are you guys good, or would you like to say something? Or Ray, would you like to say something? Other than,
Just say thank you.
Main thing is I want to thank God that He was protecting me by having these people right in my area at the time this went down. Thank you very much.
That's terrific. Thank you so much. Okay. This, again, with Friday's Heroes, we have the opportunity to recognize Employee of the Week, which is a non-public safety employee. And this is an equally compelling, ratcheting, and important story of reaching out and helping members of our community. I'm really honored to recognize the City of Albuquerque employee who helps community members with issues every day, Carmen Ortiz. She is the Deputy Director of Constituent Services. And it's interesting that my daughter worked as an unpaid intern doing some of the press releases and stuff, and she went in right before she left to go back to St. Pius, and she came to me with this, and she goes, you don't even know, it's a 17-year-old girl, she goes, you don't even know the good work that those people do each and every day. And she goes, you have to deal with so much that you don't have time, you don't take the time to stop and look at each one of these things. Look at this. And she put it down. And it's funny to see a 17-year-old girl kind of make you stop and think like that, because she had a point. And this is something that Allen Constituent Services and Carmen, these types of things that they do every day. And in this case, what happened basically was Donna Brown was a citizen that needed help. And last February, she found herself in a situation where, because of some issues in the home place, she was homeless, and she didn't know where to go. And she came to the mayor's office, and she ran into Carmen Ortiz, and she was looking for really any kind of help that was available. Having been displaced out of her home, she didn't have any place to turn. And Carmen listened to the situation, and she really took Donna under her wing, and she started to find her help. They had conversations. Carmen made numerous calls throughout Albuquerque with some of our partners in various programs, including St. Martin's program that ultimately stepped up. And she wanted to do everything she could to get Donna back on her feet and to a better place. Carmen reached out to St. Martin's, found the tenant relocation program for displaced people, found a hotel for Donna to stay in on a short-term basis, located an emergency living assistance, and really got her back on her feet and got her out of the distress that she was in. And I'm glad you came to us, Donna. I may add that too. Any one of us could find ourselves in that situation. And it's so good that you were able to reach out, and it's so good that Carmen was able to connect with you and help you. And this happens every day, as I pointed out. St. Martin's been a crucial community partner for the city ever since they opened in 2008. They've helped over 298 households, 1,200 men and women and children, basically, since we've been doing work with them. And Carmen, basically, the one thing I know about her is that she takes each and every case very personally and very seriously. She's got a lot of different duties as the deputy director, but when you reach down and you touch a friend, a person, at a human level, that's really picking up the ball and running with it. And that's what Carmen did in this case. And she's gotten Donna back on her feet. And we'll hear from Donna in just a second. But I want to extend my thanks on behalf of Mayor Berry, the city of Albuquerque, the community of Albuquerque, to Carmen for the excellent work you've done for the city. I think you've been with us now close to 25, 24 years, thereabouts. And I know this isn't the first time you've helped people, that you've made a career out of doing it. But when you can do it at this level, I think everybody kind of has to bow down and take their hat off to you. So let's give her a... She's also a pretty good mom, and the way I know that is that my daughter goes to school with her son. They're not particularly close or anything like that. They don't hang out together, and her son was featured in the Albuquerque Journal this morning as the dog days of mediocrity look to be in the past for St. Pius football. Her son's the junior quarterback who got 2,000 yards and has returned St. Pius to rank number 6th, I think, in the state. And he's a really good kid. And she's done that with some challenges, as we all have as parents. Thank you so much. You bet. And Donna, would you like to say a few words?
Well, first I would like to say thank you, Carmen, very much. As a former city employee,
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
yes, sir. I came to the mayor's office with a challenge as a woman, finding myself in a difficult position, and I thank you that you didn't say no, and that you went above and beyond, and I thank you on behalf of all of us women. Thank you.
That's awesome. Alan, anything on behalf of Constituent Services? Everyone knows Alan Armijo is the director.
Thank you. I'm very glad that Carmen got this award. I mean, it's just amazing. I keep telling her, like I do all my staff, you're not social workers, you're not case workers, but Carmen won't listen to me. And when Donna came, she came and told me about Donna, and she said, I have to help. I have to find something for this woman. I need a helper. I need a helper. So she started calling St. Martin's everywhere she could and doing that, and finally got her on her feet. Donna was very motivated because she wanted to get a job, and so Carmen was helping her with that as well. But Donna is one of many that Carmen's been helping. For the last month, she's been helping another woman, doing the same thing with her children, and a couple other people as well that have been coming here, a grandfather that's taking care of the grandkids, and Carmen will reach out to who can I call? She even calls on family members. Hey, can you get a job for this person who really wants to work? Can you help me figure out how we fix something for them? She's out there trying to get bus passes, out there trying to make sure that that St. Martin's extends the state, because really St. Martin's can only go so far with people, but Carmen pushes Blue and pushes St. Martin's. Come on, you can do one more week. You can do a couple of more days. So she has a heart. She's a mother. She looks at a situation, what if my kids were in that situation? What if my mom, my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, and that's how she takes it. And I'm very proud to have her in my staff and the work that she does, because she goes way beyond that. Carmen, you're not a caseworker, you're not a social worker, but you know what? These people couldn't make it if you weren't there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan.
And Carmen, I just have a very small token of our appreciation, which is our City of Employee mug. We have a certificate from the Mayor's office recognizing you as the Employee of the Week, and a letter from Mayor Berry that will go into your personal file. And if you'd like to say a couple of words, we'd love... No?
Come on.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you again, Carmen.